What's up everyone, King Krabz back again today, but we're not actually playing any monotypes today, so we're doing something completely different. I've been tagged in this by my friend Ozorian Trainer, who I've linked down below. Definitely go check out his YouTube channel, his DeviantArt, all that kind of stuff. He makes great content about Pokemon, so definitely do check that out. With that said, originally Birdkeeper Toby made this challenge to tag some smaller YouTubers or some YouTubers in general to kind of introduce them to the community, so I'm definitely looking forward to doing mine. I have to apologize about the kind of lack of visuals on the screen. I don't really have a webcam, so I can't show it myself, and as well as that I didn't have too much time to edit this before uploading, so it's going to be pretty basic. So with that, let's jump right into the questions. So the first question is, what is the best Pokemon of 2020? Now I have to admit I've played a lot of Pokemon this year, so it's going to be a pretty tight competition, but I have a couple of honorable mentions I'd like to say, and then I think I have a conclusive favourite. So my first honorable mention has to go to Kyurem Black, who's always been one of my favourite legendary Pokemon, and to be honest, one of my favourite Pokemon in general. So I really did enjoy using him in the competitive scene, but those followers of mine and those friends of mine who have watched my content probably know my opinion on Kyurem Black. I do really like its design, I think it's super fun, but I do think it's a small bit overtuned for a lot of the competitive metas. So for that reason, I'm not going to give him a number 1 slot, but it is an honorable mention. So my second honorable mention has to go to, again, one of my favourite Pokemon from Generation 5, Volcarona. I've always been a fan of Volcarona. I think its design is really cool, and I think competitively it was pretty well balanced. The introduction of heavy duty boots made this thing fantastic to completely ignore Stealth Rocks and just generally be a huge threat in the monotype format, so definitely a fun Pokemon, but just about missed the mark for my number 1. And with that in mind, my number 1 honestly has to go to Barraskewda, which might seem like a strange choice because I never really talk about Barraskewda, but I've always been a fan of the Rain archetype. I think it's really fun to run like offensive rain teams, and Barraskewda to me is one of the cornerstones of those. It's just so fast, it's ridiculous in the rain. It gets flip turn, gets powerful stab liquidations, has great coverage with things like close combat, crunch, psychic fangs. In general, I think it's just a very fun Pokemon to use. It does help that I really enjoy its design. It's simple but effective, I feel, and on top of that, it is from the newest generation, so I kind of wanted to give 2020 a Pokemon from the new generation, so definitely has to go to Barraskewda. So question number 2, what is the best video you made this year, or the video you're most looking forward to making? At the risk of sounding a bit cliched or maybe sentimental, I think I have to say my first video was my favourite video I made this year. It's definitely not my highest quality. I can definitely see an improvement in the audio quality, the visual quality, the editing in general as my videos have released, I think. That said, it's where it all began, and it was my very first video on my channel. So YouTube is something I've wanted to get into for years, and I'm happy to finally have done it this year, so for that reason alone, I think I have to give it to the first one. So question number 3, what can my viewers expect from me in 2021? So since my channel is focused on monotypes, you can definitely expect a lot more monotype content in the future. The newly released Natdex Monotypes ladder is out, so I definitely want to try all the types in Natdex. I want to try finish all the types in the current DLC patch. On top of that, I definitely want to kind of go more into the casual side of the games, like non-competitive, like doing main game playthroughs of like Fire Red, Emerald, maybe Platinum with monotype Pokemon, so definitely expect that kind of stuff. And I even want to branch into some of the spin-offs, like maybe the Pokemon TCG monotypes, so all that kind of content you can hopefully expect from me in 2021, and I hope you stick around to watch it. So question number 4, is there anything on YouTube that made you feel really good this year? I have to say, starting my channel has been such a fantastic opportunity for me. I've met so many wonderful people, battled so many fun battles doing this, so definitely that is something amazing that's come of YouTube this year. But specifically on YouTube itself, I would have to say seeing my monotype teams being used by PokeaimMD in his road to top 10 monotypes absolutely gave me the push I needed, I think, to start my channel and actually do monotype content myself, so that is definitely something I was really happy to see. Question number 5, Isle of Armor or Crown Tundra? I'll be completely honest and say I haven't played too much of either of them, so I can't necessarily make a judgment based on what they're like in the actual game. But with regards to the metas they brought, specifically to the monotype format, because that is my favourite format, I have to say I was a little apprehensive of the Crown Tundra to begin with, so for that reason alone I think I'm going to have to give it to the Isle of Armor. So question number 6, name a smaller creator that deserves more love. I'm really not aware of any creators that are much smaller than me because I'm still a very small channel myself. But if you're out there and you're watching this, definitely leave a comment below. I'm happy to support other small YouTubers, small content creators in general. I want to see you grow into hopefully bigger channels. With that in mind, if I had to choose someone, I'd have to say my friend Spygon. He's taking a break from YouTube right now, but if and when he does come back, definitely check out his content. I've had the pleasure of collabing with him in the past and it was really fun. But with that said, if there are other creators out there, definitely leave their names below. And finally, question number 7, tag 3 people. So I have to apologize to you 3 if you've been tagged tons of times already, but I'm going to tag you again. So the 3 people I'm tagging are 3 people you should definitely check out if for some reason you haven't already. Also 3 YouTubers I'd definitely be looking forward to hopefully working with again or working with for the first time in the future. So my first tag goes to PokeaimMD, who I've been watching for years now, and it's been super cool to watch him grow to the size that he is now. And as well as that, just has some of the best competitive content on YouTube. So definitely, if for some reason you haven't already checked him out, go check out his channel. The link is down below. My next tag goes to Olivia Sama. She does fantastic competitive content over on her YouTube channel. She does really cool draft leagues, team builds, showdown lives, all that kind of stuff. So if you are into competitive Pokemon, definitely go check out her channel. The link is down below as well. So my final tag goes to Namranan, who's a fellow Monotype player. While our style differs quite a lot in the content we make, he's also a Monotype player, and I definitely want to support that community, this format that I'm really passionate about. So definitely go check him out if you haven't already and you enjoy Monotype content. So that is it for me today. Thank you so much for sticking around, and to everyone who's watched my videos, to everyone I've battled throughout my videos, or anyone I've interacted with through my YouTube experience, thank you a lot for making my 2020 a better year. So with that, I hope you all take care and have a fantastic rest of the year.